Hello.
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm good.
Thanks for having me on.
I'm glad to have you.
Yeah, well, as you were talking about Miss Perry, I couldn't help but think to myself, I wonder if she uses the same logic to explain for all the damage that our black-white president has done.
Yeah, well, there's that, I suppose, isn't there? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks very much. I appreciate that. 866-660-5759. Speaking of the president and the media, obviously does not watch MSNBC. He is taking heat about calling for changes in how the media reports during an anti-poverty event. He said this, I have to say that if you watch Fox News on a regular basis, it's a constant menu. They will find folks who make me mad. I don't know where they find them. They're like, I don't want to work. I just want a free Obama phone or whatever. And very rarely do you hear an interview of a waitress, which is much more typical, who's raising a couple of kids and is doing everything right, but still can't pay the bills. That's because President Obama, there are very few waitresses that have a couple of kids that are doing everything right that can't pay the bills. They realize that they have to do something besides be a waitress. And they go do something besides being a waitress. Those people are hard to find. We have to change how our body politic thinks, which means we have to change what we tell them. The President of the United States is calling for propaganda and government news. He needs to hush and reread the First Amendment of the Constitution calling for a free press. It's none of your business, Mr. President. Now, please, by all means, go back to ruining the country. Thank you for your support. This is the Wells Report.
Howdy, folks. Crazy Gun Dealer here, and I have a question for you. How many times have you wanted to test fire a gun before you bought it? Well, now you can test fire the most popular handguns at the Crazy Gun Dealer, and the test fire is absolutely free. Absolutely free. When you buy your gun from us. That's right, free test firing on most guns when you buy your gun from the Crazy Gun Dealer. Plus, we still give you free CHO classes, a free lifetime warranty, and a free range membership. Because nobody wants your gun business more than the Crazy Gun Dealer. That's the Crazy Gun Dealer on Highway 67 in Alvarado, just 30 minutes south of Dallas, 20 minutes south of Fort Worth. For directions and info, check out crazygundealer.com or give us a call at 855-329-4867. That's 855-329-4867. 67. That's 855-329-GUNS.
All offers and promotions subject to change or restrictions. See store for complete details.
I had the home of my dreams, but one day I noticed cracks in the wall by the front door as well as the kitchen window. A neighbor recommended Abacus Foundation Repair. He said they're the best foundation repair company in Dallas, and they use an advanced system on your foundation called Millennium Composite Pilings that'll last 1,000 years. Well, I went to their website, abacusfoundationrepair.com, and saw that they have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, and the world's leading service company review website recommended them highly. And the best part? They haven't had a complaint in the last 13 years. So I called them, and I'm happy I did. Abacus Foundation Repair guaranteed their work, and they gave me a lifetime transferable warranty.
If you see cracks in the walls of your home or your doors don't shut properly, call Abacus Foundation Repair at 972-406-9000. That's 972-406-9000. Or go to abacusfoundationrepair.com. If you want your foundation fixed right the first time, call Abacus Foundation Repair.
Set sail with Newt Gingrich. Get aboard the Elegant Crystal Symphony for a spectacular 7-day cruise from New York to Montreal. At the same time, enjoy stimulating seminars on politics and investment. Our guests include Newt Gingrich, Mark Skousen, John Ransom, and Chris Versace. And everything's included. We set sail September 13th through the 20th. Join us for the Politics in Your Portfolio cruise. Log on to politicsandyourportfolio.com for all the details. Politicsandyourportfolio.com.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM. KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler. The speed limit was 50. But the NTSB's Robert Sumwalt says the Amtrak train that derailed last night in Philadelphia was going a lot faster than that as it approached a curve.
The train was traveling at approximately 106 miles per hour.
At least 7 people are dead, hundreds hurt, 8 in critical condition at Temple University Hospital.
Investigators say they'll leave no stone unturned, looking at track conditions, operator decisions, and even the history of the curve itself. Fox News confirms the train engineer declined to speak with Philadelphia police.
Fox Radio's Gernal Scott, a U.S. citizen among 5 killed in an attack on a hotel in Kabul, Afghanistan. 6 wounded, 54 rescued. And jurors started deliberations in the penalty phase of the Boston Marathon bombing trial. Fox News, we report, you decide.
This is 660 AM. The Answer.
Dennis Gibbs, the boat guy, here with the Big Boat and Outdoor Show. It's boating time, folks, so don't forget to tune in to the only boating talk show on 660 AM The Answer every Saturday evening from 6 to 7 p.m. Brought to you by BoatSelect.com, the site with thousands of boats for sale, or list your boat for free on BoatSelect.com. I know you have questions about your boat or one you're buying. Email those questions to me at BigBoatShow@yahoo.com.
The stock market is at record highs, but will it keep going up, or are we due for another major correction? The financial newspapers are reporting that record numbers of major investors are leaving the market. If you're worried about the roller coaster stock market, there are some alternative ways to grow your money and build a solid, predictable retirement. The team at Guardian Financial Management will show you how to grow your money and still sleep well at night. Tune in to Plain Talk, No Worries, Financial Hour each Sunday at 7 a.m. on 660 AM The Answer.
If you're turning on the AC for the warm days of spring and it's just not working or not cooling the way it should, time to call Walker Air Conditioning. Hey, Mark Davis. My friends at Walker are a family business, but big enough to cover North Texas with reliable, honorable service for your AC units. No commission salesmen showing up. They're technicians sent to fix your problem at an affordable price. Oh, if it's time for a new unit, they've got all the best brands at all the best prices. But let Walker AC see what you need first with techs who know what they're doing from a company you can trust. 52 years in the business, stellar customer reviews, A+ from the Better Business Bureau, specialists in AC and refrigeration for homes and business. Got a wine cellar, a wine fridge? They'll fix yours or install a new one. Walker AC, making sure you are cool and comfortable. Walker Air Conditioning. Website is walkerac.com. That's walkerac.com. Phone number is 972-4-WALKER. 972-4-WALKER. WalkerAC.com.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Manzeri, owner of Statewide Remodeling. You know, we've been getting some relief from what is usually the beginning of summer here in Texas. And right behind that, the temperature goes up, and so do your cooling bills. We manufacture our windows to beat the Texas heat. Our fiber core reinforced frames are 9 times stronger than other windows, and our glass has 27% more viewing area. We give you better than triple pane performance at a double pane price. Another thing that separates our window from all competitors is we can match our exterior frame to any color Sherwin-Williams offers. So no plain white windows here or 3 to 4 colors to choose from. And of course, we offer the longest warranty in the industry. It even covers glass breakage and workmanship for as long as you own your home. So if you're ready to see the window that sets the standard in Texas, give us a call. And if you decide it's the one for you, receive 20% off the complete job. The number to call is 888-270-7095. That's 888-270-7095. Or check us out online 24/7 at statewideremodeling.com.
When the economy crashed in 2008, the Fed lowered interest rates. They've been low ever since. But now the economy's improving, and most experts believe the Fed will start raising interest rates very soon. That means you should refinance your mortgage now to pull cash out of your home at today's low rates, because once the Fed starts raising rates, they probably won't stop. So beat the Fed to the punch and refi your mortgage before it's too late by making the cash call at 855-875-CASH. Today, Cash Call Mortgage is offering a 15-year fix at 2.99% rate and APR with no closing costs. You have the chance to pull tens of thousands out of your home, lock in a low rate, and pay absolutely nothing out of pocket, but you have to act now. Cash Call Mortgage is designed to save. Call 855-875-CASH today.
Impact Mortgage Corp. DBA Cash Call Mortgage. 1 City Boulevard, West Suite 200, Orange, California 92868. Equal housing lender. Call 866-900-8744 for terms and restrictions. Subject to loan underwriting. Rates may change without notice. NMLS number 128231.
That's 855-875-CASH.
This claim is not insurance and does not meet minimum credible coverage requirements under the Affordable Care Act. This discount card program contains a 30-day cancellation and refund period. Administrator and benefits limited, Dallas, Texas, not available in all states.
You went to the dentist and he said you have to have a root canal and a crown. That's going to eat up almost $3,000. You could get it all for around $1,600. That's almost 50% less because you're a member of RealMedSavings.com. What is Real Med Savings? It's a membership like a discount club that lets you access huge networks of medical professionals for a whole lot less money. You save money because we've already negotiated the discounts. RealMedSavings.com costs less than $1 a day for the whole family. But Real Med Savings is not just for dental. It's doctor's consultations, vision, prescription drugs, and more. There's no long-term commitment and no salesman is going to call. Cancel anytime. Save real money on healthcare you need and use for everyday medical problems. Real medical savings for your entire family. RealMedSavings.com.
Did you know colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in Texas, but that 90% of colon cancers can be avoided with early detection? Southwest Endoscopy and Surgery Center is the first facility in North Texas to use the revolutionary Fuse Full Spectrum Endoscopy System, enabling a 330-degree panoramic view of your colon. Due for a colonoscopy? Don't become a statistic. Insist on Fuse. Contact Southwest Endoscopy and Surgery Center at 817-293-9292 or visit swgiclinic.com.
This is 660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. How are you? 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759 is our telephone number. By the way, we just popped up on YouTube Live Events. You can join us on YouTube Live Events. Go search for The Wells Report. I also put it up on Facebook, so you can find us. That is JONDAVIDVOX, JONDAVIDVOX. And you can join us and have a barrel of a good time. Let's see. I've got this thing here. Yeah, it looks like we're here. Looks like we're here and we're on the air and life is good. Okay, very happy. Hey, if you are somebody that is attached to the Marco Rubio campaign, you're probably having a party today. You know why? Because your guy is kicking serious butt. He's really doing well. Marco Rubio proved that he could hang with the big dogs and the big hawks on his first foreign policy speech since he declared his run for president. This is being reported in the Daily Beast. It's truly amazing. This guy is really kicking butt. He was once viewed as a protege of presidential competitor Jeb Bush. But I'll tell you what, even Marco Rubio was able to get around Jeb Bush, who had a really tough day in his first major national security address. Marco Rubio delivered a masterclass on foreign policy that spoke to the soul of the right's kind of hawkish ideology. In New York City, before the Council of Foreign Relations and their foreign policy experts, Rubio showed himself to be quite an expert, in fact. And an hour before the council, he spoke about everything from Filipino typhoon survivors to keeping the South China Sea transitways accessible. At one point, corrected longtime broadcaster and foreign moderator Charlie Rose about the extent to which there are Iranian fighters in Iraq. He got into the details. He condemned Iranian efforts to develop a long-range ballistic missile capability, a specific gripe of Iranian experts that doesn't get much attention. He also said conditions do not exist for a two-state solution, that the VA system needs to be reformed. He's open to Ukraine joining NATO. Yeah, Ukraine joining NATO. Let's throw some gasoline on that fire. Which is okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything negative about Marco Rubio. Compare this to Jeb Bush's first big national security speech in February before the Chicago Council on Global Affairs, where Jeb Bush mispronounced Boko Haram, misidentified Iraq, mistakenly placed the size of ISIS, and couldn't remember the title of ISIS. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, that's the leader of the most horrifying organization on earth. Meanwhile, Bush spent the last few days in a quagmire. He was asked if he would have still invaded Iraq, given the benefit of hindsight. He told Fox that he would have, then came the backpedaling. First, the claim he misheard the question, then dismissing the question as merely a hypothetical. Bush got battered by this misstep, drawing criticism from potential rivals New Jersey Governor Chris Christie and Senator Rand Paul. Rubio said it very well. He said, America plays a part in the world stage for which there is no understudy. And he is completely correct. When Charlie Rose asked Rubio the same hypothetical that Bush had been asked, Rubio swatted it away swiftly. Not only would I have not been in favor of it, President Bush would not have been in favor of it either. Ultimately, Rubio's appeal for a foreign policy based in morality is the strategy most designed to pluck at the heartstrings of American national security hawks. It isn't the mathematics of defense cuts that stir souls, nor the need to reauthorize Section 215 of the Patriot Act to continue the country's metadata collection program. Metadata. That's so funny. Instead, it's the strategic belief in American morality and its link to foreign policy that drives the neoconservative movement. Rubio hit all those notes, lofty words, measured tone, citing JFK and Pope Pius XII. America plays a part on the world stage for which there is no understudy. He went all around the world criticizing the regimes of the so-called Islamic State, Iran, Russia, China, Syria, and North Korea. Mankind remains afflicted, and its destiny is still largely in the hands of the United States. Vulnerable nations still depend on us to deter aggression from their larger neighbors. Oppressed people still turn their eyes towards our shores, wondering if we can hear their cries, wondering if we notice their afflictions. As president, Rubio said he would advance the rights of the vulnerable, including women and the religious minorities that are so often persecuted, so that the afflicted people of the world know the truth. The American people hear their cries, see their suffering, and most of all, desire to bring them their freedom. As a member of the Senate Foreign Relations and Intelligence Committees, Rubio is regularly briefed, often several times a week, on the hot zones of conflict around the world. Jeb Bush, as a former governor, is not afforded that level of study. The difference shows. So, Marco Rubio. What do you think? What do you think about Marco Rubio? Let's confine our conversation to that presidential candidate. Let's talk a little bit about Marco Rubio. Could you see yourself voting for him? Do you believe he's ready for the job? And who would be his running mate? 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. Join us. Tell us. I want to know. Let's talk a little bit about Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio is the president of the United States. Could he do it? 866-660-5759. Could he do that job? I wonder. He certainly believes, and I think he's got the best message so far. You know, that statement that he talked about when he was talking about Hillary, that statement he made yesterday, a politician from yesterday talked about policies of yesterday and tried to apply them to today. Well, I am a politician of today that has an idea of what needs to happen today and has today's solutions. It was brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Do you think Marco Rubio, let's just confine our conversation to Marco Rubio. Do you think that Marco Rubio could pull it off? 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. Do you think Marco Rubio, could you see yourself voting for him? And no, there is no wrong answer. If you say, Marco Rubio? Really? Talk to us. Tell us what you think. 866-660-5759. David in Fort Worth, Texas. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hi.
All right. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, Rubio, he's like a kid. He's like an ice cream man. Doesn't have the know-how. Well, one thing he doesn't have is he doesn't want to close the borders, so they'd be wide open. Bad choice there. Huckabee is about the only chance we got, it sounds like.
All right. Thanks much. I appreciate it. Let me get to Norma in Arlington. Norma, what do you think about Marco Rubio? You think he's got a chance? Can he do the job?
I wanted him to run in 2012, but he was probably wise to not make that run as a first-term senator without finishing his Senate term. But I think he's excellent. I think his I think lofty rhetoric got Obama in when it was he just didn't have the character to back it or to support what a lot of people thought that he would do. But I think Rubio is just he's got a wonderful view of America. Where Obama went around and apologized for America, he can go around and point out our good points and all the beautiful things we've done, and I just love him.
All right. Thanks very much, Norma. I appreciate it. Let me get to Robert in Rowlett. Robert, tell me a little bit about Marco Rubio. Has he got what it takes? Does he have what it takes to be the president of the United States?
I would pull the handle and 1/3 for it. It wouldn't be holding my nose, but he just seems too young and inexperienced, and I have doubts about him. I'd feel comfortable with him, but I'd rather see somebody else that sees the seriousness of the trouble this country's in and really do something about it. That's what bothers me. He wouldn't be serious enough to really push hard. He'd try to kind of be wishy-washy. That's what bothers me about him.
All right. Thanks much. I appreciate it. Let me get to Elizabeth in Frisco. Elizabeth, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report.
Yeah, hi. I want to say first off, I am a citizen, so disregard the accent here.
Okay, so you're saying you're already apologizing for your accent? Is that what you're saying, Elizabeth?
Well, I have to. Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay. Well,
I want to say, oh, she can't vote anyway, but yes, I can vote, and I do.
Okay.
Well, there is a glass ceiling. We keep being told that about Hillary. Is she going to break the glass ceiling? Well, is a Cuban, is a Latino. Are they going to break the glass ceiling? It's not just a woman. It's anyone else.
So you're saying that the biggest problem in America are these old white guys that constantly talk and never let anybody else say anything.
I don't know that that's the problem. I think what Rubio said was absolutely brilliant. I think that's what put in you. That was perfect. I thought, oh my gosh, someone that actually is a young person that can use the phone properly, knows how to copy emails and text messages and keep them and maintain them for records. So, yeah, maybe that's her problem. She doesn't know how to do that. She needs to learn that, and obviously it's too late for her on that. But there's already been a glass ceiling broken because we've got a black president. And look where we are with that.
Right. Okay. Thanks very much. 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. We're talking about Marco Rubio. Had a really great day. Just the other day, in fact. He stepped up to the plate at the Council on Foreign Relations and hit the ball out of the park. Knows what he's talking about. Has really had the best launch of any campaign so far. Has done a great job with what he's doing. The question is, would you vote for him? 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. You're listening to the Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer. Let me get to Elijah. Elijah, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the show. Hello.
Hello. Yes, I think Marco Rubio can be president. I obviously won't vote for him because I'm liberal, but I fear the conservative Republicans, the establishment base they hold, will not vote for him. But he is fit to be president.
Okay, so you're a liberal. How come?
That's how I am. I'm originally from Kenya in East Africa. Been to another number of countries, and my views are liberal. I like change, extreme change, and real rapid.
All right. Elijah, thanks very much for listening. I appreciate the fact that you're out there. That's very nice. 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. So Marco Rubio has a great day on foreign policy. Really explains himself and expresses himself very, very well. Could he be the president? Could you see yourself voting for Marco Rubio? Why or why not? And by the way, if you could see him voting for president, you could see yourself voting for him, who would be his running mate? 866-660-5759. More to talk about next. This is the Wells Report.
Another hot Texas summer is upon us, and Mathis Air and Heat has a great offer for you right off the bat. With the American Standard All-Star Sales Event, Mathis Air is offering 100% financing and 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's 60 months on complete qualifying American Standard systems with approved credit or cash rebates. Mathis Air knows that's a home run, and with free estimates on equipment replacements, that's a grand slam. When it comes to service, call 972-279-4COOL for a $39 service call. Don't get thrown a curveball. Go with the company you can trust. As a certified customer care dealer, Mathis Air is about quality, honesty, and a great installation because that's what matters most. Special financing or rebates available on qualifying products. See Mathis Air and Heat, your independent American Standard dealer, for details. Or call 888-840-8084 for financing program details about credit costs. Offer expires June 30th, 2015. Make sure you're working with the best. Mathis Air and Heat. Call now, 972-279-4COOL. That's 972-279-4266.
2002, a National Sleep Foundation poll found that 63% of women experience symptoms of insomnia at least a few nights per week. In my opinion, a major reason for insomnia is the Blue Card. It's a shopping and loyalty card, and it's free. That's right, free. No charge, nada. Next, you can receive up to 5% cash back on purchases. Most cards only offer 2% at most. No wonder girls can't sleep. With the Blue Card, you can also get shopping points that you could use for online purchases. So it's cash back and shopping points. Am I keeping you awake? If you refer the Blue Card to someone, you could even earn money on their purchases. No, I'm serious. It's true. But it gets better. If you share the Blue Card with a merchant, you could earn on the purchases of everyone who uses the Blue Card at their store, too. There's no way you're going to get any sleep until you get your own free Blue Card.
To get your free Blue Card, go to bluecardshopping.com. That's bluecardshopping.com. bluecardshopping.com.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, you should give Physicians Mutual Insurance Company a call. 1-800-200-9887. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away. So you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no annual maximum. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. That's right, any dentist you want. Call in the next 10 minutes and we'll rush you a free information kit with all the details. 1-800-200-9887. That's 1-800-200-9887. 1-800-200-9887.
If you're overwhelmed by debt and thinking about going to a credit counseling company for help, think again, because the majority of those companies actually work for the credit card companies, and they make the credit card companies a lot of money from people just like you. But there's another way out of debt, and it's not bankruptcy. A way to reduce your debts and save you thousands of dollars. Even better, you can find out how for free by calling 1-800-998-5539. At Freedom Debt Relief, we're not a credit counseling organization. We're not a debt consolidation company. We offer a unique alternative to save you the most money possible to resolve your debt in the shortest amount of time. If you're thinking about a credit counselor, ask yourself this: are they working for you or the credit card companies? Reduce your debts and save thousands of dollars by learning the secrets to settling your debt. For free information, call 1-800-998-5539. That's 1-800-998-5539. 1-800-998-5539.
Warning, whether you're retired or soon to be retired, listen up. Do not be caught in one or more of the 11 mistakes retirees make that could cost you all of your money. It doesn't matter how well off you are financially, you could make the easy mistake that washes away all of your financial security. Call Optimum Retirement Planning today at 866-882-5447 to make sure that you are not wasting your money. Call now and receive your free copy of the 11 biggest mistakes retirees make and how to avoid them. 866-882-5447.
Over 2 million families have trusted Lumber Liquidators for beautiful, high-quality, and affordable flooring. Our incredible deals mean you get the floor you want at the low price you deserve, like 5-inch click, pre-finished hardwood. It's as easy to install as laminate, and now it's just 99 cents. Or get solid bamboo for less than you pay for laminate at other stores. This week, get gorgeous, hand-scraped bamboo for just $189. More deals for 49 cents and 18-month special financing for quality hardwood floors for less. See the experts today. Visit lumberliquidators.com to find a store near you.
660 AM. The Answer. Only for Texas. This is the Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. So Marco Rubio had a very, very good day. He's actually had a couple of those in a row. Meantime, everybody else is kind of struggling at times, and it shows. So let's get to the phones. Let me ask you this: if you could only vote, let's put it this way: would you see yourself voting for Marco Rubio? Yeah, who would be his running mate? No, how come? 866-660-5759. David in Dallas. Welcome to the Wells Report. Good to have you here.
Thank you, JD. I could only vote for Rubio on one basis, and that if he would pick the highly intelligent, highly experienced Secretary of State, black lady, by the way, called Condoleezza Rice, as his running mate. And I think she would be an excellent front runner who will go up against Hillary Clinton if we picked her for first place.
She doesn't want to be the president. She does not want to be the president. I don't know that she wants to get back into politics. You know what she wants to do? She wants to be
at Stanford.
No, she wants to be the commissioner.
NFL commissioner.
Yeah, NFL commissioner. That's what she wants to do for a living. Yeah. So I don't know that but she's brilliant. She'd be perfect. She really would. But man, she got so just abused when she was working for George W. Bush. It was terrible. It was awful. Let me get to Billy in Fort Worth. Billy, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hi.
Hello, how you doing, Mr. Wells?
Good, my friend.
Hey, look at y'all fooling yourself. Y'all say that Marco Rubio can, in the general election, can beat Miss Hillary Clinton. Now, listen, I'm no Republican. I am a Clinton fan, but do you really think America will elect a woman president? But I'm going to say this about Jeb Bush is the only Republican I think they can lie to the right, and then in the general election, lie to the general public.
Isn't that funny?
Can't do it.
Yeah. Well, all I can tell you is this: do I believe that America would elect a woman? Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Do I believe that woman will be Hillary Clinton? No, I don't. And because every day something else comes up, there is this nonstop mess that's following Hillary Clinton, and she needs to fix it, and I don't know how she's going to. 866-660-5759. Let me get to Darlene in Rockwall. Darlene, thanks for joining us. Let me ask you this: can Marco Rubio be the president?
You know, I think he can if he starts making us feel like we are in a safe America. For the first time, you know, I'm starting to feel like I'm not even safe in my own country. And if I say something that I believe in out loud, that I'm going to be thrown in jail, or that, you know, America's not going to be safe for my daughter. You know, can Rubio get in there and bring the basic foundation of America back?
Yeah. I don't know. I think so. I don't know. I think we've got a very, very good group of candidates this time. They run the political gamut of the Republican Party. There is the solid, middle of the road, mainstream Republican in Jeb Bush. There is the arguable Tea Party candidate, which is Mike Huckabee. There's the libertarian, Rand Paul. I mean, there are a lot of people in this race, and I think that it's wonderful. What I hope is that the Republican Party doesn't decide to try to winnow out these great candidates before they have a chance to really make an impression on the people of the United States, and who knows, maybe even surge ahead. I hope that what ends up happening is that the Republican leadership actually chooses to win this election. 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. Marco Rubio, could you see yourself voting for him? If you can, who would be his running mates? This is the Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer.
There are times when people need a little extra money. Honest, hardworking people like your neighbor, or maybe you. And some banks don't always make it fast or easy. But finally, there's a company who gets it. Avant. You simply go to avantoffer.com on your computer or phone to check your rate, risk-free, with no effect on your FICO score. Complete your application in minutes, and the funds could be in your account as soon as tomorrow. If you need a loan between $1,000 and $35,000, go to avantoffer.com. Avant will give you a $50 Amazon.com gift card after you make your first payment on time. For this offer and to check your rate risk-free, go to avantoffer.com and enter promo code LOAN. That's AVANT offer.com. Promo code LOAN. Avantoffer.com. Promo code LOAN. Loans made by WebBank and by affiliates of Avant Inc. California loans offered by Avant are made under Finance Lenders License Number 603K124. Funds are generally deposited via ACH for delivery next business day if approved by 4:30 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday. Amazon is not a sponsor of this promotion. Other restrictions apply. See website for details.
Hi, I'm John Hill, founder of the Good Contractors List. I get asked a lot if the Good Contractors List is like Angie's List, so I thought I'd take the time to do a comparison and let you decide. On the Good Contractors List, we actually meet every one of our contractors face-to-face and have an extensive screening process. On Angie's List, you can pay to read reviews. On the Good Contractors List, if issues arise with our contractors, we get physically involved and will come to your home if necessary. On Angie's List, you can pay to write a bad review. The Good Contractors List takes into consideration things like overhead and sales tactics when choosing our contractors. On Angie's List, you can pay to read reviews. If one of our contractors refuses to fix a problem, we investigate fully and pay up to $10,000 of our own money to get it fixed. On Angie's List, you can write a bad review and you're on your own. The Good Contractors List is absolutely free with a $10,000 guarantee. Reviews are good. Responsibility is better.
Contractors List. If you're turning on the AC for the warm days of spring and it's just not working or not cooling the way it should, time to call Walker Air Conditioning. Hey, Mark Davis. My friends at Walker are a family business, but big enough to cover North Texas with reliable, honorable service for your AC units. No commission salesmen showing up. They're technicians sent to fix your problem at an affordable price. Oh, if it's time for a new unit, they've got all the best brands at all the best prices. But let Walker AC see what you need first with techs who know what they're doing from a company you can trust. 52 years in the business, stellar customer reviews, A+ from the Better Business Bureau, specialists in AC and refrigeration for homes and business. Got a wine cellar, a wine fridge, they'll fix yours or install a new one. Walker AC, making sure you are cool and comfortable. Walker Air Conditioning. Website is walkerac.com. That's walkerac.com. Phone number is 972-4-WALKER. 972-4-WALKER. WalkerAC.com.
Looking to buy your first home but scared off by the big down payment?
Yeah, after paying for the wedding, we're afraid we'll be renting forever and miss out on these low interest rates.
Fear not. You can buy a home now with a zero down mortgage from NASA Federal. Plus, there's no private mortgage insurance. You could save thousands not paying PMI.
Wow, with no down payment and no PMI, we could buy that house we saw last weekend.
The zero down mortgage with no PMI is perfect for first-time homebuyers who want to take advantage of historically low rates but can't swing the down payment. Just call 855-374-NASA or visit nasafcu.com/374.
I can't wait to give our landlord the notice.
To end your rental woes, call 855-374-NASA or visit nasafcu.com/374.
But I don't work for NASA.
You don't have to work for NASA to get a zero down mortgage with no PMI from NASA Federal. Just call 855-374-NASA or visit nasafcu.com/374.
Equal housing lender. Offer valid on approved credit for primary residences. Membership eligibility required. For more details about credit cost terms and conditions, call 855-374-NASA.
Are you suffering with hearing loss? Are you sick of people constantly complaining that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to speak up? Would you like to hear more clearly, but you don't want to wear a hearing aid that makes you look old? Then you need to try Listen Clear, a life-changing breakthrough precisely designed by top audio engineers to fit your ear almost invisibly. And you can adjust Listen Clear to find the perfect way to hear everything, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And right now, you can try Listen Clear absolutely risk-free with free shipping. We'll even give you free batteries for life. So call now, 1-800-661-2231. Listen Clear is lightweight and completely hassle-free, and it's practically invisible. Call for your 100% risk-free home trial with free shipping and free batteries for life. For free information, call now, 1-800-661-2231. That's 1-800-661-2231. 1-800-661-2231.
660 AM. The Answer. The Wells Report. A daily good old-fashioned North Texas barbecue of anybody trying to take advantage of us on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. And so, Marco Rubio schools Jeb Bush on foreign policy. Let's get to Andy in Arlington. Andy, welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Hey, Jon-David. I would have to say if Marco Rubio is on the ticket, while I may have some other feelers out there, really like Scott Walker, and I really like Mike Huckabee, as most of us do, if he's on there, by all means, I'll vote for him. He gets the nomination. I'll vote for him quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, me too.
As for his running mate, I cannot take credit for this idea. I think it was somebody on the MedVet show a couple days ago said it, and I have not stopped thinking about it since. But Rubio and Ben Carson.
Rubio, Ben Carson.
It was a fascinating idea when I first heard it.
Let me think that over. Let me roll that around in my head a little bit here. Thanks very much, Andy. I appreciate it. Let me get to Isaac in Dallas. Isaac, hi. Welcome to the Wells Report.
Thank you. I think if we're going to elect Rubio, we need to know the full extent of his foreign policy. We need to know that he's not going to pull a Bush Sr. and just ignore a war because he's afraid of how he's going to look. That war should have happened in 1991 and 1993, and we wouldn't have had the mess that we had in 2003. I think we need to know that he's not going to pull a Clinton and deny knowing about a genocide when we knew the exact day that the Rwanda genocide was going to be enacted and doing nothing. We need to know that these people won't do nothing on a Turkish occupation of Cyprus. We need to know that these people will intervene on Bosnian genocide. We need to know that these people are not afraid to fight and oppose all people that are trying to destroy the values and things that we care about in this world.
Isaac, I think you're right on the button. I think that beautifully frames who we're trying to elect. I think it does.
Thank you.
We gotta. I think it gets simpler. It may sound a bit trite, but I'm going to say it anyway, Isaac. I think we need to elect an American president. I said this. I said this once before. I think I said it in the run up to 2012. I said, I hope that the next time we come together to elect an American president, that we elect an American president. We didn't get that done in 2012. Hopefully we will in 2016. 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. You're listening to the Wells Report. Something Texas side now. Governor Greg Abbott warmed up his bill signing pen, approving a measure ensuring that some high school seniors who failed to pass state exams can seek an alternate route to graduation. The goal of the Texas public education system should be to ensure that all students who graduate from high school or college are career ready. That's what Abbott said in a statement after the bill signing. While it's critical that the state appropriately holds public schools and districts accountable for delivering the best possible education, we must protect Texas students from being penalized as a result of evolving testing standards. Absolutely correct. Under Senate Bill 149 by State Senator Kel Seliger, panels made up of educators, counselors, and parents will weigh factors such as grades, college entrance exam scores, and attendance to decide whether a student should earn a diploma despite poor performance on standardized exams. See, the problem with all that is then you start bargaining as to who gets a diploma and who doesn't. It's got to be hard, cold numbers. It's got to be the problem that we have here is agreeing on what the curriculum should be. And because of the stupidest phrase in American education, teaching to the test. All these people are doing is teaching to the test. That's the way it's always been done. That's the way it will always be done. As long as there are semester exams, there will always be teaching to the test. It's how you determine whether a curriculum is actually being learned. I know exactly what happened here. A group of people who cannot abide accountability simply didn't teach the kids what they needed to know to pass the standardized tests, and then successfully blame the problem on the standardized tests. instead of the cynical abuse of our kids by not teaching them what was on the test to begin with. They taught them other garbage. You see, this is a perfect example of why politics can't do a lot of things. Politics has a real problem when it comes to doing anything. Here's what we've got. We have a political solution to a political problem. The political problem, kids don't learn enough when they get out of school. They don't have enough knowledge. We have to do something about what they know and what they don't know. I know we'll pass a law. It'll be a test. The, quote, educators, unquote, say, oh my gosh, that's accountability. We got to do something about that. What can we do? Here's what we can do. We can sabotage the entire thing, which is what they did. Sabotage. And then they blame the politicians. The only way that we're going to be able to get this fixed is to get politicians out of schools. And then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to return to the reliance on the ACT test, the SAT test, the ASVAB test, those kinds of testing, those kinds of tests. Because if we're able to do that, the government is out of it. Schools that have a really good pass-fail when it comes to the SAT are schools that you want your kid to go to. Same with the ACT. Same with ASVAB. The Armed Forces Vocational Service Aptitude Battery. ASVAB. Great test. That's what has to happen. We have to get politics out of schools and just about everything else too. Because what we've done now is now we have a law that circumvents another law that was passed to provide accountability to our schools, that which we spend billions on and no one likes the results from. Why? Because it's a government project. That's why. We identify great schools. We make it possible for parents to send kids to those great schools. We put competition and accountability as a way of life in the American public school system. And you do that by not forcing kids to go to a failing school just because they happen to live at the wrong address. Politics can't get it done. Government can't make it happen. Because that which government produces to bring accountability directly to public schools is sabotaged by public schools. And am I sounding harsh? You know what? That's just the way it is. That's the way it's always been. That's the way it probably will always be until we stop playing politics with our kids' schools at public school education. Take politics out of it. Instead of passing laws that say, okay, well, here's a way for you to graduate, even if you didn't pass the test, pass a law that says, we're out of the business of schools entirely. And what we're going to do is we're going to pass a law that allows the money to follow the kid. And the way the rules are going to actually go is we're going to actually let the kids go where their parents want them to go. If they're outside the bus range, then what will end up happening is that the parents will just have to be responsible for taking their kids to school. And yes, there will be huge traffic jams. And yes, there will be messes and there will be giant gnashings of teeth, especially at schools that are really, really good. But that's what we need to do. I see what you're trying to get done, Mr. Governor, and I appreciate your help, but no, that's not going to work. 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. You know what's happening? What's happening is that there is a dragon boat, kite, and lantern festival coming up. There is a new date. You may have heard about this, that it was supposed to be May 17th, but now it's been changed to June 7th. Guess who's here to talk about it? Diana Wang, chairwoman and president of the Marco Polo Foundation. Diana, Marco.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Jon-David. How are you?
How are you? I'm fine. What's going on?
Yes. Thank you for announcing our event, and we are excited. But later, like you announced, say supposed on the festival on the May 17th is actually this Sunday, but we reschedule to the June 7th.
Too much rain.
Yes, we consider people's safety issues, so we just remove. We don't have choice, so we need to remove the schedule for the June 7th.
For people who don't know what dragon boat racing is, it's a human-powered watercraft traditionally made with teak wood and originating in the Pearl River Delta region of China's southern Guangdong province. It's sport rowing in a boat that's shaped and painted like a dragon. Is that essentially it, Diana?
Correct. The dragon boat that they call it dragon boat. The boat shape looks like the dragon. That's the reason they call it dragon boat.
Okay. All right. And so you'll also do kite making demonstrations and competition. How do you win a kite competition?
Here's the thing that a lot of people also ask the question, say, hey, are you sure it's free? So we provide this material, we can make it and fly to there. Are you sure? I say, of course we're sure. We actually this festival called annual DFW Dragon Ball Kite Lantern Festival. These are 9 years, and we're so excited, prepare everything for all the audience. And for this lantern, we have the competition.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have the time is come from it's morning time.
That's when the kite competition is.
The kite competition is sorry, for 2:15.
Oh, 2:15. Okay.
Yeah, 2:15.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about so you have a Chinese shuttlecock demonstration and competition. How do you compete with a Chinese shuttlecock?
Yes, we can have in the region and two people one by one, two people together for group. Also, we can have 10 people together and another 10 people, two groups competition.
Uh-huh.
Yes, so it's like that way. So it's a lot of fun.
I bet it's like hacky sack with brightly colored feathers.
Yes.
So they're going to be lantern riddles and traditional handcraft demonstrations and best costume drummer competition. So the best costume drummer competition, Peter Criss from Kiss will probably win again this year.
Yes, that is this year's a lot of exciting things come out. Yes. So we have the all of the team. They have the drummer. Each team have the drummer.
Right.
They play the
drums.
Drummer.
Yeah.
Yes. So then we request them they join to the competition for the who's where most it's like is the costume. Then show people who is the winner.
Okay. Yeah. So you go to dfwdragonboatfestival.com. That's dfwdragonboatfestival.com for all the details, correct?
Correct. And the other thing today for the audience, they can read this dot to Las Colinas Center.
Yeah.
And they can join the free APT transfer system to the festival site.
Okay.
So the APT system will also provide free tours of the Amber Center. Actually, the Las Colinas is free for them too. Normally they charge the fee.
All right,
but
cool.
in the festival, it's not.
Now, this is the 9th annual DFW Dragon Boat Kite and Lantern Festival. It's been changed from May 17th to June 7th from 8:30 in the morning until 6 p.m. At Lake Carolyn in Irving at the Las Colinas Urban Center. Admission is absolutely free. And yes, you can get involved in dragon boat racing if you'd like to. Transportation, DART will take you straight to the Las Colinas Urban Center station. Free shuttles to the festival site. And then you can get more information at dfwdragonboatfestival.com. Is that just about everything, Diana?
Yes, it's okay. And one more thing.
Yes.
It's because we want the people that this family event. We also have this classic rocker band, and we also have a family-friendly comedy.
Cool.
Yes.
Family-friendly comedy. Outstanding. Diana, thanks very much. You can find more about this on the Wells Report page of 660 AM The Answer. We'll be back with more of the Wells Report in a moment. This is 660 AM The Answer.
Dennis Gibbs, the boat guy, here with the Big Boat and Outdoor Show. It's boating time, folks, so don't forget to tune in to the only boating talk show on 660 AM The Answer every Saturday evening from 6 to 7 p.m. Brought to you by BoatSelect.com, the site with thousands of boats for sale, or list your boat for free on BoatSelect.com. I know you have questions about your boat or one you're buying. Email those questions to me at BigBoatShow@yahoo.com.
Are you having trouble figuring out how to invest for retirement with all the recent market volatility, falling oil prices, and turmoil around the world? Hi, I'm Jon-David Wells from the Wells Report for InvestingMakesMeSick.com. Most people think their investment options are only stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or annuities. That's not true. Here's Walt Parker.
If you have an IRA or a 401k from a former employer, you have investment choices that you may not even realize you have. You've worked hard to accumulate your money and deserve to understand what your investments are. InvestingMakesMeSick.com has always offered the We Come to You service. Retirement is right around the corner. Time is money. We want to make sure that you understand your investments and that there's more than just stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and annuities to invest in.
Schedule an appointment. Call 972-463-3833, 972-463-3833, or log on to InvestingMakesMeSick.com. All investments involve risk. Investments may be considered speculative and incur substantial fees and expenses borne by the investor. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Titan Securities. InvestingMakesMeSick.com and Titan Securities are not affiliated.
There's nothing like foundations in the springtime. Oh, it's a time of change. Hey, Mark Davis from my friends at Abacus Foundation Repair. And with drought and then moisture and then cold and then warm temperatures, your foundations are moving and grooving. You got cracks in the sheetrock and doors that are sticking and all kinds of problems. You want someone who's going to solve them reliably. Call my friends at Abacus Foundation Repair. They've done stuff for me, and you will love how they put somebody on site for your entire foundation repair. They're the only people with Millennium composite pilings. You're going to get a warranty that you can hand down to other homeowners. It's peace of mind and security for your foundation repair. 972-406-9000. 972-406-9000 or abacusfoundationrepair.com. Don't be one of those homeowners that says, oh, I wish I'd called a better company. Call the best company right now. Abacus Foundation Repair. 972-406-9000. 972-406-9000 or Abacus, ABACUS, abacusfoundationrepair.com.
Look, honey, this ad says we can get a new air conditioning unit for only $1,500.
That's incredible. Let's get it now.
There you go. Enjoy.
Wait, what?
You didn't think we'd install it for that price, did you?
There you go, folks. In this business, if it sounds too good to be true, well, then it probably is. I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning, and if you're tired of crazy gimmicks, give us a call. Our techs don't work on commission, and we don't do high-pressure sales. Right now, with Carrier's Cool Cash, you can save over $3,500 on a new Infinity system. Plus, you might also qualify for an additional $1,000 off from your utility provider. So call the other guys first, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Our number's 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-968-7437 or ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
According to Forbes magazine, Saudi Arabia's Prince Al-Walid, with over $21 billion, is the 35th richest person in the world. Being a Saudi prince, you just naturally assume he inherited his money, which I'm sure is partly true. However, he made a lot of his money by investing in banking and financial services, hotels and hotel management companies, mass media, entertainment, retail, agriculture, petrochemicals, aviation technology, and real estate all over the world. He's making money off about anything people buy anywhere. You may not be a Saudi prince, but you can make money on about anything people buy almost anywhere by getting your free blue card. The Blue Card is a loyalty rewards card that not only gets you discounts on purchases, but up to 5% cash back on what you buy. If you refer someone to the Blue Card, you could earn money on what they buy. And if you refer the Blue Card to a business, you could earn on the purchases of anyone who uses the Blue Card in their store or almost anywhere.
To get your free Blue Card, go to bluecardshopping.com. That's bluecardshopping.com. bluecardshopping.com.
Did you know colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in Texas, but that 90% of colon cancers can be avoided with early detection? Southwest Endoscopy and Surgery Center is the first facility in North Texas to use the revolutionary Fuse Full Spectrum Endoscopy System, enabling a 330-degree panoramic view of your colon. Due for a colonoscopy? Don't become a statistic. Insist on Fuse. Contact Southwest Endoscopy and Surgery Center at 817-293-9292 or visit swgiclinic.com.
660 AM The Answer. 660 AMTheAnswer.com. For Texas. This is the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM The Answer.
Yeehaw! You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. Once again, thanks to Diana Wang, chairwoman and president of the Marco Polo Foundation. Marco. And he said it too. Magic said it. Speaking of saying things, tomorrow morning, Thursday morning, Mark Davis will say things. Mark, what have you got planned?
Hey, JD, good Wednesday evening. Our first Amtrak thoughts should be prayers for the casualties in last night's train crash in Philadelphia, but it does naturally spark a discussion. Why does Amtrak even exist in its current form? Heavily subsidized by taxpayers. Now, there's a private sector Texas high-speed train idea, and that sounds very cool, but even it can get held up if the legislature doesn't act to oversee it. So train talk amid other overnight news stories. We're all ready to go. Tomorrow morning, Mark Davis, Thursday show, 7 to 10 a.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer.
I like that. Yeah. So hundreds of people get hurt and a bunch of them get killed. And it's all because everybody's riding the same vehicle. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. You know, I how about airplanes? Oh, speaking of airplanes, the Transportation Security Administration has such poor management over its airport security equipment, the agency doesn't know whether the screening machines for explosives are still working. They don't have any idea whether they're actually working or not. Maybe that train isn't such a bad idea. This is the Wells Report.
Saturday, May 16th and 800-327-4285. Those numbers are for the Smart Money Conference with Jerry Tuma. If you're an investor or just thinking about investing, you need experienced advice. Cornerstone's Jerry Tuma says there are several things to think about, including how stocks are valued, what's behind the rising price of oil, and the ways we all invest in our future. Reserve your place at the Smart Money Conference at 1-800-327-4285. Jerry Tuma is a registered representative with Independent Financial Group, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Manzeri, owner of Statewide Remodeling. You know, we've been getting some relief from what is usually the beginning of summer here in Texas. And right behind that, the temperature goes up, and so do your cooling bills. We manufacture our windows to beat the Texas heat. Our fiber core reinforced frames are 9 times stronger than other windows, and our glass has 27% more viewing area. We give you better than triple pane performance at a double pane price. Another thing that separates our window from all competitors is we can match our exterior frame to any color Sherwin-Williams offers. So no plain white windows here or 3 to 4 colors to choose from. And of course, we offer the longest warranty in the industry. It even covers glass breakage and workmanship for as long as you own your home. So if you're ready to see the window that sets the standard in Texas, give us a call. And if you decide it's the one for you, receive 20% off the complete job. The number to call is 888-270-7095. That's 888-270-7095. Or check us out online 24/7 at statewideremodeling.com.
This is Dan Tullis, and I just called Joel Clark, one of Select Quote Insurance Services' term life agents. Hi, Mr. Tullis. Joel, how does Select Quote save you money on term life insurance? Well, buying term life insurance is all about choosing the right company. Let's say you take antidepressants or you smoke. All insurance companies are going to price that differently. We'll impartially shop all the companies we represent to find you the best price. Can you give me an example? Sure. I just got a man, 40 years old, on cholesterol medication, a $500,000 policy with a highly rated insurance company. His price, $22 a month.
Call 1-800-979-3269 and see how affordable term life insurance can be. That's 1-800-979-3269. 1-800-979-3269. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop you save. Get full details on the example policy at selectquote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group. On the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Jane Metzler. When an Amtrak train derailed last night in Philadelphia, leaving 7 dead, hundreds more hurt. It was going too fast, approaching a curve.
Maximum authorized speed through this curve was 50 miles per hour.
NTSB board member Robert Sumwalt saying instead,
the train was traveling at approximately 106 miles per hour.
Fox News confirming the engineer who was injured declined to talk to police. Sumwalt saying he will be interviewed. 17 years after the brutal murder of gay University of Wyoming student Matthew Shepard, the Laramie City Council tonight passing a law prohibiting discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. Jurors done for the day. They started deliberating whether Boston Marathon bomber Johar Tsarnaev gets life or death. Fox News, we report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
Hi, this is Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor. I'd like for you to join me on my talk show this weekend. What I do is teach people how to go the natural, organic route. I stir up trouble, too, because I throw out some things that a lot of people just don't think are correct. You know what? We have a lot of experience to back up what we recommend. Have healthier gardens and more fun gardening. Join me this and every weekend.
Join Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, every Sunday morning from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Hi, this is Andy Tuttle, host of Tuttle Talk every Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. right here on 660 a.m. The Answer. We're in a real estate market where there's a lot of difficulty, but in difficulty, there's a lot of opportunity as well. Buying, selling, avoiding foreclosure, modifying your credit, all these things are so important to your livelihood. This show is dedicated to cutting through some of the big headlines that you see out there and teaching you how to win in any marketplace. Thank you for tuning in to Tuttle Talk every Sunday, 4 p.m. on 660 AM The Answer. I look forward to speaking with you.
Another hot Texas summer is upon us, and Mathis Air and Heat has a great offer for you right off the bat. With the American Standard All-Star Sales Event, Mathis Air is offering 100% financing and 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's 60 months on complete qualifying American Standard systems with approved credit or cash rebates. Mathis Air knows that's a home run, and with free estimates on equipment replacements, that's a grand slam. When it comes to service, call 972-279-4COOL for a $39 service call. Don't get thrown a curveball. Go with the company you can trust. As a certified customer care dealer, Mathis Air is about quality, honesty, and a great installation because that's what matters most. Special financing or rebates available on qualifying products. See Mathis Air and Heat, your independent American Standard dealer, for details. Or call 888-840-8084 for financing program details about credit costs. Offer expires June 30th, 2015. Make sure you're working with the best. Mathis Air and Heat. Call now 972-279-4COOL. That's 972-279-4266.
America was built by people with a few dollars and a dream. And while many don't know it, there's one path to success that still only requires a dream and about $10. That's right. If your dream is to start or grow your business, something as simple as the right business card could make all the difference. And today at Vistaprint.com, you can get 500 full-color business cards for only $9.99. That's right, 500 business cards for just $9.99. What's more, you can choose between hundreds of designs or upload your own and customize them easily. And because they're from Vistaprint.com, the cards are of top quality and your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed. So visit Vistaprint.com today and get 500 shots at turning your dream into reality. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. To get your 500 business cards for just $9.99, go to Vistaprint.com. Click on the link in the upper right corner and use promo code 1515. That's Vistaprint.com. Click on the link in the upper right corner and use promo code 1515.
Hey, Jim, come on in. Bill, this is such a great house. Thanks. 3 beds, 2 baths, and wait till you see the pool. How'd you get the down payment? We didn't have to. We called NASA Federal Credit Union at 855-374-NASA and got a 0 down fixed rate mortgage with no private mortgage insurance on a jumbo loan. You must be saving hundreds a year with no PMI. More like thousands. And with no money down, we were able to add the pool. And it was fast. We got pre-qualified online in seconds and closed our loan within 30 days guaranteed. If you're buying a home, you gotta call NASA Federal at 855-374-NASA or visit nasafcu.com/374.
Wow, with zero down and no PMI, we could buy that house Jen likes and furnish it too. But you don't work for NASA.
You don't have to work for NASA to get a mortgage with NASA Federal. Just call 855-374-NASA or visit nasafcu.com/374.
Thanks for the tip. Now can I see the pool?
Equal housing lender. Offer valid on approved credit for primary residences. Membership eligibility required. For more details about credit cost terms and conditions, call 855-374-NASA.
Are you suffering with hearing loss? Are you sick of people constantly complaining that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to speak up? Would you like to hear more clearly, but you don't want to wear a hearing aid that makes you look old? Then you need to try Listen Clear, a life-changing breakthrough precisely designed by top audio engineers to fit your ear almost invisibly. And you can adjust Listen Clear to find the perfect way to hear everything, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And right now, you can try Listen Clear absolutely risk-free with free shipping. We'll even give you free batteries for life. So call now, 1-800-661-2231. Listen Clear is lightweight and completely hassle-free, and it's practically invisible. Call for your 100% risk-free home trial with free shipping and free batteries for life. For free information, call now. 1-800-661-2231. That's 1-800-661-2231. 1-800-661-2231.
Warning, whether you're retired or soon to be retired, listen up. Do not be caught in one or more of the 11 mistakes retirees make that could cost you all of your money. It doesn't matter how well off you are financially, you could make the easy mistake that washes away all of your financial security. Call Optimum Retirement Planning today at 866-882-5447 to make sure that you are not wasting your money. Call now and receive your free copy of the 11 biggest mistakes retirees make and how to avoid them. 866-882-5447.
660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. How are you doing? Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. Somebody came up with something on CNN that I wanted to jump into here. And that has to do with, it has to do with a very interesting question being asked by one of those humor guys on CNN named Moody, Chris Moody to be exact. He's a senior digital correspondent. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what being a digital correspondent is all about, but go with God. He came up with this very simple question, and I want to ask you this very simple question. Who is the greatest living president? Who do you think is the greatest president alive today? 866-660-5759. I don't want to say anything except that. Who do you think is the greatest president alive today? 866-660-5759. Who is the greatest president alive today? For me, this was a simple answer. I don't know whether it's going to be a simple answer for you, but I found it to be very simple. 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. I just want you to answer the question. We're going to keep track of the results because I'd like to find out right here, right now, this audience at this moment, who do you think is the greatest president alive today? This, by the way, was posed to several White House contenders gathered in Greenville, South Carolina for the Freedom Summit. That just happened. It was a conference with conservative activists ahead of next year's primaries in the First in the South primary, the South Carolina primary. So what I want to know is, who do you think the greatest president alive, who is alive today? Who is the greatest president alive today? 866-660-5759. This is kind of a good way if you're new to talk radio and you're new to the Wells Report, you want to get involved, but you're a little bit concerned, you're afraid. This is a perfect way of doing it. You won't get into an argument with me. Just tell me who you think the greatest president is who is alive today. 866-660-5759. It was really amazing because because there are only a few of them left. The greatest president alive today. Well, there's President Barack Obama. Is he the greatest president alive today? There's George W. Bush. There's Bill Clinton.
Jimmy Carter.
And there's Jimmy Carter. And there's George H.W. Bush. Who do you believe is the best president alive today? I thought this was a really good question. I thought this is really good. I mean, because it's important that we start thinking about this, right? 866-660-5759. What we want to know is this. Want to know, according to you, who do you think is the greatest president alive today? 866, and I want to know why. I want to know why you believe that way, okay? Let me get to Rick in Dallas, Texas. Rick, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Who do you think is the greatest president alive today?
Bush Senior. You know that?
Why?
Why?
Yes.
He's done a lot of stuff for our country. He's still living it.
Say what?
He done a lot of stuff for our country, and he's still living. That goes to show he had the good Lord working for him.
All right. Thanks much. Appreciate it. Let me get to Tom in Waxahachie. Tom, who is the greatest president alive today?
John, I love your show. I just got tuned into it about a month ago and called in about the Garland deal. Number one, I think, was George W., and the reason is the way he responded after 9/11.
Yeah, I agree with you. I believe that for me, it was easy. I think that W is the best president alive today. Easy question for me. 866-660-5759. Like many people at the conference, the greatest president of my lifetime has been Ronald Reagan going away. But the greatest living president today, W. And by the way, I thought about Bill Clinton. Because what Bill Clinton did for this nation was not screw it up. He could have. He absolutely could have mangled this country, but he didn't do it. I remember when he was elected, I said, all I want this president to do is to not screw things up. And he did not screw things up until right at the end when he crashed the tech sector with that lawsuit against Microsoft. That was a bad move. Let me get to Andrew in Fort Worth. Andrew, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Who is the greatest president alive today?
Well, just like you already said, it's George W. Bush.
Okay, why?
Well, because just like the other caller was talking about, he did the right thing when we were under the gun after the 9/11 thing.
I agree.
And he was patriotic, and he got the country rallying around him, and everybody stood up, and that's what needed to be done.
I agree. I think his leadership was superb. I think it was just absolutely fantastic. I think he did some things that I don't agree with. I do not agree with some of what he did. I just don't. I don't agree with the Patriot Act. I think that was a mistake. And I think that the Obama administration proves it was a mistake. And I think that the NSA bulk collection of cell phone and electronic data proves it was a mistake. And I think that he would say that it was a mistake. But I still think he's the greatest living president today. Easy question. Paul in Red Oak, welcome to the Wells Report. Hello.
Hey, how are you? Yeah, this is a retired master sergeant. I call you from time to time.
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm well. Yeah, I've got to go with you and I guess Andrew with George W.
Uh-huh.
And like I guess, kind of coattail up of what he was saying. You know, patriotism was at an all-time high, you know, right after 9/11 with his decision to do what he did. And so, yeah, I'm hands down, he's the best in my book.
All right, my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for telling us. So far, this is an easy question for everybody else, too. George W. Bush. He did far more correctly than he did wrongly in his presidency. He did. I wonder, I'm surprised that nobody called and said Bill Clinton. You know, maybe if I said, okay, who is the greatest Democrat president alive? Because clearly he is the greatest Democrat president alive, is he not? I mean, to me, if I had to rank the Democrat presidents right now, believe it or not, it would be Bill Clinton number 1, Jimmy Carter number 2, President Obama number 3. And the reason is because this president has been running roughshod over the United States of America, and I don't like it. I just don't like it. I never got the idea, or I never got the feeling that Jimmy Carter was anti-American. But I sure did get the feeling that, I sure do have the feeling that President Obama is. I just don't think he likes the country. And I don't believe that that's anything that I would support in any way. But I'm surprised, because Bill Clinton wasn't terrible. I mean, he did stupid things. I don't know why. Seriously? You know, I think about Bill Clinton a lot because he did keep the country where it needed to be for a very, very long time. And then what ended up happening was that at the end of his presidency, he started playing around with the economy, and it hurt us. The tech sector was imploded under his watch. But it bounced back because it's the tech sector, and it always would. I don't know why he had anything to do with Monica Lewinsky. I don't know why the nation had to endure all of that. I don't know why the President of the United States, when he was testifying as part of a different trial and asked about Monica Lewinsky, I don't know why he lied. That was the big error. It was huge, huge mistake. The President of the United States cannot lie under oath. If he lies under that oath, what about his oath of office? What about that? Fair question. But I'm surprised that nobody said that Bill Clinton was there. I'm also surprised, to be perfectly honest with you, that somebody didn't call up and say President Obama. We certainly have those people. We have Obama fans listening to this radio show. Where were they today? 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. Bush 43 is going to be treated in the history books far better than he was treated while he was the president. And that's what I don't like about American politics right now, is how it has become such a blood sport. It's too important. American politics, especially at the federal level, is too important. And why is it too important? Because the government is too big. It has too much power. Our entire country was based on a federal government that didn't get a lot done. There wasn't such an alluring prospect that you would leave the private sector forever just to be a part of it. And what I think is that we find ourselves now paying that price. We are paying a price for a government that's too large. There's too much cachet in being a federal anything. And that is what I think we should stop. So Bush 43, the greatest living president today. Do you agree? Tell me why or why not. Next on the Wells Report on 660 AM, The Answer.
The stock market is at record highs, but will it keep going up, or are we due for another major correction? The financial newspapers are reporting that record numbers of major investors are leaving the market. If you're worried about the roller coaster stock market, there are some alternative ways to grow your money and build a solid, predictable retirement. The team at Guardian Financial Management will show you how to grow your money and still sleep well at night. Tune in to Plain Talk, No Worries, Financial Hour each Sunday at 7 a.m. on 660 AM. The Answer.
The Good Contractors List is a free service designed to protect you. We meet all of our home service contractors face to face and feel so confident in our final choices that we back their work with a $10,000 guarantee. We go the extra mile in our interview process to make sure that the contractor is not only honest in quality, but able to offer the most affordable and fair rates. For instance, how do you pick who you call for air conditioning? Did you know that the air conditioning industry is commonly known for misdiagnosis and unneeded upselling? The higher their overhead, the more money they need to stay in business. So they flash tempting offers to get their foot in the door, and the sales game is on. The air conditioning companies we choose are simply stable and proven companies that offer the highest quality at fair and honest rates. And to protect you, they've all agreed to do an absolutely free second opinion if you're being told that you have to replace your air conditioning unit. If you need AC or any other type of home service, visit thegoodcontractorslist.com first.
Contractors List. Our family had a savings account until our air conditioner needed replacing.
We had a vacation fund before our refrigerator had a meltdown.
My family has no savings and our water heater just quit.
Sadly, sometimes it only takes one home system or appliance breakdown to bust your budget. But buying a home warranty from American Home Shield protects more of your hard-earned money because they help pay your covered repairs for you. For valuable free information, go to ahs.com or call 1-800-600-5107. Who wants to pour money into repairs for things like your air conditioner, refrigerator, plumbing, oven, or washer when you get the budget protection you deserve from American Home Shield? Service requests are subject to a fee for each trade called. Some exclusions and limitations apply. It's up to you. Pay for expensive home system and appliance repairs yourself or let AHS help pay covered repairs for you. Protect more of your hard-earned money. For valuable free information, including terms, rates, and coverage, go to ahs.com. That's ahs.com or call 1-800-600-5107.
People who can afford a LASIK procedure sure are lucky. Imagine being able to throw away your contacts and glasses. Imagine waking up tomorrow with 20/20 vision. Too bad everyone can't afford LASIK. Well, guess what? There's a company that agrees with you. The LASIK Vision Institute is now offering dramatically low prices on high-quality LASIK to make it affordable for everyone. That means you get the latest FDA-approved LASIK technology for a fraction of what others charge. And if you call right now, we'll schedule a free appointment so you can discover if LASIK is right for you. Results may vary. Call 1-800-700-1851. Even better, if you're one of the first 100 callers, ask about an extra 20% discount off our already low-cost services. We've already performed over 1 million procedures. Let us help you. Discover how you can get the quality LASIK experience you deserve at a fraction of what others charge. For your free appointment, call 1-800-700-1851. 1-800-700-1851.
If you're overwhelmed by debt and thinking about going to a credit counseling company for help, think again. Because the majority of those companies actually work for the credit card companies, and they make the credit card companies a lot of money from people just like you. But there's another way out of debt, and it's not bankruptcy. A way to reduce your debts and save you thousands of dollars. Even better, you can find out how for free by calling 1-800-998-5539. At Freedom Debt Relief, we're not a credit counseling organization. We're not a debt consolidation company. We offer a unique alternative to save you the most money possible to resolve your debt in the shortest amount of time. If you're thinking about a credit counselor, Ask yourself this: are they working for you or the credit card companies? Reduce your debts and save thousands of dollars by learning the secrets to settling your debt. For free information, call 1-800-998-5539. That's 1-800-998-5539. 1-800-998-5539.
Ron Delano, Attorney Houston. Attention mesothelioma cancer patients. You may be entitled to compensation from the billions of dollars available from asbestos manufacturers, including VA benefits and medical assistance. You may not have to file a lawsuit. Mesothelioma patients, don't wait. Call now for a free consultation and to find out how much financial compensation you may be eligible to receive. Call 800-764-3000. 800-764-3000. 800-764-3000.
660 AM, The Answer. 660 AM, TheAnswer.com. You're hearing tomorrow's front page on the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. Who do you think is the greatest president alive today? That was a question asked by Chris Moody, who is the CNN senior digital correspondent when he was in South Carolina at the Freedom Summit. And I thought that was a fascinating question. So I thought I'd ask you. Albert, Dallas, Texas, thanks for joining us. So who do you think is the greatest president alive today?
It was not such an easy choice. I was thinking also of the person in charge of the country of, I think, Jordan in the Middle East, and also the person in charge of Israel, because both seem to be like good examples nowadays. They seem to go out of their way to defend freedom in face of a lot of opposition. But finally, I have to agree with you that the younger George Bush seems the best one at this point in time.
All right. Thanks very much. You have to agree. Is that it? All right.
Yes.
Is that a sad day that you have to agree?
Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you, Albert. Thank you very much. Let me get to Stephen Garland. Steve, thanks very much for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Who do you think is the greatest president alive today?
Barack Obama.
Why?
Because he's the absolute most effective. He may be the most effective in the 20th century.
Take me off your speakerphone. Take me off your speakerphone because I want to hear this.
Hang on.
Okay, so you're saying that you believe the best president in alive today is Barack Obama because he's the most deceptive in American history?
I don't think he's deceptive at all.
Oh.
I said he's the most effective.
Oh, why do you say that? Effective at what?
Because he has dismantled this country. He has dismantled the greatest country in the world, and he has made it a laughing stock, and he has made it inept, and he has stolen our power. He has taken our alliances that we built over 100 years, and he has gotten rid of those things. He has undone all of those things in less than 2 terms.
Well, but that doesn't make him the best president alive today.
It makes him the most effective.
But that's not the question. Greatest as in somebody who has achieved much to the benefit of the nation, not to the detriment of the nation.
Okay, no. Now, and that's where I'll take exception, because the job is an executive, and what does an executive do? An executive executes. And he told us. Here's the thing. He told us everything he was going to do before he did it. All you had to do was read his books.
All right, my friend. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. Let me ask you again. 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. Who is the greatest president alive today? I got to say 43. A lot of people have said 43. 4 of us, in fact. Steve says Barack Obama because he believes that he's been the most effective at changing the nation. Let me get to Don in Dallas. Don, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Wells Report. Hi.
Hey, JD. I'm going to have to say it's George W. as well. And, for a couple of reasons. One, because of how he handled 9/11.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But the other is because of the character that he demonstrated during his presidency. Whenever our boys were at war, he quit playing golf. And he got a lot of flack for whenever Hurricane
Katrina,
exactly, went on, and he didn't actually go down to the site. He just flew over, the destruction and the damage. But what goes unreported about that is the reason he did that was because for him to land would have brought everything to a standstill.
Exactly.
And it just, that I think that speaks to his character versus what Obama would do is go in for a photo op.
All right. I'm sorry, Don. Did you have something else to say you want to say real fast?
No, that was it.
All right. Thanks so much. 866-660-5759. Thanks for calling, Don. I appreciate it. Good to hear from you. So who is the greatest living president? You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM, The Answer.
Are you living with prostate enlargement? Do you pee more often than you used to? Do you wake up to go? Be honest. Is there a drop in your romantic life? Prostate problems don't go away on their own, so you need to call for a free bottle of Super Beta Prostate, the #1 non-prescription formula for your prostate. The ingredients are natural. With Super Beta Prostate, you'll have less urges to urinate, less waking at night, and an improvement in your romantic life, guaranteed. Try it for free. Pay only shipping and handling. Just call 1-800-458-1543. Super Beta Prostate is so powerful, you'd have to take 100 saw palmetto capsules to get the same active ingredient in just one Super Beta Prostate tablet. Stop running to the bathroom and call us now for your free bottle. Hurry, this free offer won't last. Just call 1-800-458-1543. That's 1-800-458-1543. 1-800-458-1543.
If you're turning on the AC for the warm days of spring and it's just not working or not cooling the way it should, time to call Walker Air Conditioning. Hey, Mark Davis. My friends at Walker are a family business, but big enough to cover North Texas with reliable, honorable service for your AC units. No commission salesmen showing up. They're technicians sent to fix your problem at an affordable price. Oh, if it's time for a new unit, they've got all the best brands at all the best prices. But let Walker AC see what you need first with techs who know what they're doing from a company you can trust. 52 years in the business, stellar customer reviews, A+ from the Better Business Bureau, specialists in AC and refrigeration for homes and business. Got a wine cellar, a wine fridge? They'll fix yours or install a new one. Walker AC, making sure you are cool and comfortable. Walker Air Conditioning. Website is walkerac.com. That's walkerac.com. Phone number is 972-4-WALKER. 972-4-WALKER. WalkerAC.com.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Manzeri, owner of Statewide Remodeling. We've been getting some relief from what is usually the beginning of summer here in Texas. And right behind that, the temperature goes up, and so do your cooling bills. We manufacture our windows to beat the Texas heat. Our fiber core reinforced frames are 9 times stronger than other windows, and our glass has 27% more viewing area. We give you better than triple pane performance at a double pane price. Another thing that separates our window from all competitors is we can match our exterior frame to any color Sherwin-Williams offers. So no plain white windows here or 3 to 4 colors to choose from. And of course, we offer the longest warranty in the industry. It even covers glass breakage and workmanship for as long as you own your home. So if you're ready to see the window that sets the standard in Texas, give us a call. And if you decide it's the one for you, receive 20% off the complete job. The number to call is 888-270-7095. That's 888-270-7095. Or check us out online 24/7 at statewideremodeling.com.
In the early 60s, Dolores and Ray Butcher and their 3 daughters earned a trip to Disneyland by collecting S&H green stamps. It was a dream come true. Today, nearly everyone has a wallet or keychain full of loyalty reward cards that they use for discounts, gifts, and even free dinners at their favorite restaurants. For years, an international company has been offering a universal loyalty rewards card in Europe. We call it the Blue Card, one card to replace dozens. The Blue Card offers discounts up to 5% cash back. It even accumulates points to shop at participating merchants and an online mall. Today, they're looking for independent representatives to launch this card in the U.S. and Canada. It is free to get the card and free to become a representative. You could help launch the Blue Card in your area and get paid wherever it is used. Imagine you could be paid every time someone fills their gas tank, buys groceries, orders an airline ticket, or purchases just about anything.
To get your free Blue Card, go to bluecardshopping.com. That's bluecardshopping.com.
BlueCardShopping.com.
Warning, whether you're retired or soon to be retired, listen up. Do not be caught in one or more of the 11 mistakes retirees make that could cost you all of your money. It doesn't matter how well off you are financially, you could make the easy mistake that washes away all of your financial security. Call Optimum Retirement Planning today at 866-882-5447 to make sure that you are not wasting your money. Call now and receive your free copy of the 11 biggest mistakes retirees make and how to avoid them. 866-882-5447.
50% off. Buy one room and get the rest of the house free.
Don't fall for gimmicks. Pilot Flooring doesn't mark up prices just to offer you an unreal deal. Pilot Flooring offers upfront, honest pricing from the start. Our shop-at-home approach allows us to offer you the best pricing without playing games. And it's extremely convenient. With Pilot Flooring's $100 low price guarantee, you can be confident that you'll receive the best price available. Talk to 2 companies and then let Pilot Flooring save you some real money. Schedule your appointment at pilotflooring.com.
Learn a little something at the start of your day. The Mark Davis Show. Mornings 7 to 10 on 660 AM. The Answer. Isn't thinking so much more fun than getting yelled at? The Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. Let me get to Ron in Dallas. Ron, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, John D. I think the greatest president alive is George W. Bush Jr.
Okay, talk to me.
He took the country and led it down a straight line. He backed our troops. He never faltered or never wavered with any of his what am I saying?
Principles?
With
Policies?
any of his criteria for Iran.
Yeah.
He tried to get our school systems on a better keel, and he stayed the long shot with Israel.
Yeah.
He backed Israel to the hilt, the way all our other presidents have, except this one. And the best president in the world today living is Netanyahu.
Probably.
Of Israel.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he's not exactly a president. He's a prime minister, but I see your point. 866-660-5759, 866-660-5759. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate your time. Let's talk a little bit about a couple of things here. All right. Who is the biggest, since we've been talking about George W. Bush, when it comes to, and remember, now keep this context in mind. When it comes to being elected president, when it comes to being elected president is the context. When it comes to being elected president, which of the current candidates has a bigger problem with a famous person in their background? Does Jeb Bush have a bigger problem with his brother George in the background? Or does Hillary Clinton have a bigger problem with Bill Clinton in the background? 866-660-5759. Who's got a bigger problem with people in the background, specific people in the background? Does Jeb have a bigger problem with George in the background? Or does Hillary have a bigger problem with Bill in the background? 866-660-5759. This is not an easy question. Now, remember what I'm talking about when it comes to the context. Clearly, Hillary has a bigger problem with Bill in the background in just about any other context besides being elected president. Right? Being elected president is not necessarily a function of who should be elected president. Being elected president is a very carefully choreographed ballet that involves the press not destroying you and you not compromising your principles in return for the press not destroying you, especially if you're a Republican president or a Republican presidential candidate. Look at what Jeb's been going through. The mainstream media is very afraid of Jeb Bush. That's why they are spending an awful lot of time. They're spending a lot of time trying to hurt Jeb Bush. But then again, they're spending a lot of time hurting Hillary Clinton too. It's a very interesting dynamic. Well, what I'm interested in and what I want to find out from you is whether or not Bill is a bigger liability for Hillary Clinton, or is George W. Bush a bigger liability in the background for Jeb Bush? I always think back to Barbara Bush. I always think back to her when she says there have been enough Bushes in the White House. But think about this. If Jeb is successful, he would be Bush 45. We'd have Bush 41, Bush 43, and Bush 45. Is Barbara right? Too many Bushes? Too many Bush presidencies? It's a lot of terms for one family. But what I'm interested, I'm trying to find out whether or not you believe in the background Bill or George W. is a bigger liability. In this particular case, even though I believe that he is the best president alive, I think that as a liability to getting somebody elected, George W. Bush is a bigger liability than Bill is for Hillary. Because at some level, and I don't know what that level is, but at some level, Hillary is going to be living the third term of Bill Clinton. I don't care how much he says he's going to stay in the background. He's not. He can't. It's not doable. And when it comes right down to it, and it's not because he spent 8 years as the president. The straightforward case of the matter is that Bill is a better president than Hillary would ever be. Ever. And if she wanted to be successful in any way, shape, or form, she was going to have to listen to Bill Clinton. 866-660-5759. So no, I don't necessarily think that Bill is that much of a liability behind Hillary when it comes to being elected president. Because I think people could say, at least at some level, Hillary is going to have some very, very good advice from her husband. Now, you can say the same thing about the Bush people, the Bush family. If Jeb's the president, he's got two presidents' personal experiences to draw from. But I don't know whether Jeb is going to be electable. I think Jeb represents the next logical step from John McCain to Mitt Romney and now to Jeb Bush. That's what I think this whole thing represents. And I think it's quite possible that the press will make a big deal, just like they've been making a big deal, out of George W. Bush's presidency where Jeb's concerned. And why is that? Well, mainly because I think the news media is not happy that they weren't able to cause more damage for George W. Bush. I think the mainstream media is upset about the fact that for most of his presidency, George W. Bush was able to hold him at bay. Do much better than hold them at arm's length. He was able to keep them out of the game for at least the first term and a half. There wasn't a lot you could do about that mess at the end of his presidency financially. That was something that was in the mix for a long time and finally came to a head right at the last part of President Bush's presidency. And that was used as a predicate. I'm talking about the derivative scandal. That was used as a predicate for saying that what happened economically in the Bush administration was a failure, which it wasn't. Especially when you stack it up to what's happening now. It's interesting. The Weekly Standard says that Bill Clinton refuses to take a back seat in the campaign. There have been a number of stories about how Bill Clinton will be taking a back seat to Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. The Weekly Standard says even the former president told Town and Country he'd be backstage with his wife's presidential campaign. He told Town and Country magazine in an article that his role should primarily be as a backstage advisor to her until we get much, much closer to the election. And yet he's everywhere. Hillary is taking a very low profile. She has not granted a media interview with anybody for 20 days. Clinton gave the campaign's first interview of the presidential race to NBC. In that media appearance, he detailed his costly speech-making by claiming he's got to pay the bills. Then he sat down with CNN's Christian Amanpour for another interview. This week, he gave an interview to Fusion's Alicia Menendez. If I were advising candidates, he said, you would have a credible position on immigration reform. The only thing that makes sense is a path to citizenship. Okay. Last night, he was in New York City for one of David Letterman's final shows. The guest list has been announced for David Letterman's penultimate week of The Late Show. And once again, the week features a U.S. president. This according to the Los Angeles Times. Former President Clinton will make his 10th visit to The Late Show to say goodbye to Dave. He made his first appearance as a guest in 2002. Clinton will then be in Atlanta at the American Institute of Architects meeting to again pay family bills. While Hillary wants to keep Bill out of the spotlight, it's clear he has no desire to reside in the shadows. Yeah. And then there is the haunting of Jeb Bush. Just exactly what haunts Jeb Bush, you may ask? Well, his brother's decision in Iraq. Now, to a great degree, the decision about what happened in Iraq or going into Iraq to begin with is being characterized as the big mistake. And the reason that's being characterized as the big mistake is because President Obama doesn't want to be responsible for the current mistake, which is failing to keep American troops to watch over the interests of all the blood and treasure and lives that were lost in the Iraq war to begin with. See, that's just simple misdirection. The big problem is that we didn't have American soldiers protecting those gains and those war wins. We got out of Iraq and the bad guys took over. Who did that? Well, that was President Obama. But if you can blame the whole thing on George W. Bush, well, he's the one that got us involved in there in the first place. On false pretenses. Oh! It's going to require somebody to really mind their P's and Q's when you're sorting out the facts necessary to vote for somebody else. I don't think Hillary Clinton's honest. Therefore, I honestly don't believe she has a chance. I believe that Jeb Bush is a good man who did good work in Florida, but is a moderate Republican at best. I don't know how they would inoculate him from that. Yeah, I suppose they could put Ted Cruz up there with him. Mark my words, there will be an Hispanic on the Republican presidential ticket. I can't see that not happening. But Jeb Bush, Ted Cruz? Jeb Bush, Ted Cruz. Well, I don't know. I just don't know. 866-660-5759 is our telephone number. You're listening to the Wells Report here on Wednesday night, midweek, already halfway through the week. You know what that means? 5 more days left in the work week. That's exactly what it means. Coming up in just a couple of seconds on the Wells Report right here. Guess what the House did today? The House did a couple of good things. We'll be chatting about those when we return on the Wells Report on this Wednesday night, the 13th day of May, year of our Lord 2015. This is the Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer. Back with more in just a moment.
Have you been holding out for a good deal to replace your old AC system? Well, now there's a new program that's too good to pass up. I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning. You've probably already heard that you can save over $3,500 on a new Infinity system with Carrier's Cool Cash, but did you know that for a limited time, you can also get an additional $1,000 off from your utility provider? That's right, and when you combine these two programs, we're talking saving over $4,500 on a brand new AC system that can cut your electric bill in half. But the utility funds are limited, and the program will end when the money runs out. So right now, we're scheduling free estimates on a first-come, first-served basis. Call us now, or if you want, call 2 other companies first, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Our number's 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-968-7437, or online at ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, you should give Physicians Mutual Insurance Company a call. 1-800-200-9887. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away. So you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no annual maximum. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. That's right, any dentist you want. Call in the next 10 minutes and we'll rush you a free information kit with all the details. 1-800-200-9887. That's 1-800-200-9887. 1-800-200-9887.
When you pay your mobile phone bill, are you making a political statement? Probably so. You don't even know that it's politics you might not agree with. Hey, it's Mark Davis. Major mobile companies have given more than $50 million to liberal candidates and causes. Now there's a cellular company that gives 5% to conservative causes while still saving you money. Welcome to EOS Mobile. The same service, the same quality, a better price, and a better cause. Go to EOScell.com, EOSCELL.com. Meet a company that'll save you 10 to 15% on the same phone, data, and text plans. And their corporate contributions go to organizations and candidates for smaller government, a stronger America, and following the Constitution. Imagine that. And text and talk plans start at $9.99 with a free phone. Do you want part of your mobile phone bill to help Obama, Hillary, and that side of American politics? Great service, great prices, and support for conservative causes with EOS Mobile. Go to EOScell.com. That's EOSCELL.com. EOScell.com.
A Silicon Valley CEO is fired for opposing same-sex marriage. A teenage girl is attacked on campus for protesting abortion. And a college club loses formal recognition for being Christian. This is the country we live in today, in America, where people are punished for expressing themselves and then bullied into silence. If you don't agree with a certain liberal agenda, you're targeted for silencing. This is Eric Metaxas, and my good friend Kirsten Powers chronicles this frightening new trend in her brand new book titled The Silencing: How the Left is Killing Free Speech. With fearless candor, Kirsten gives us example after example of men and women who've been punished for expressing opinions that have been suddenly deemed unacceptable. The Silencing is a much-needed wake-up call for everyone who cherishes liberty. Who will be the next victim of the silencing?
Kirsten Powers' book, The Silencing: How the Left is Killing Free Speech, from Regnery Publishing, is now available at Amazon.com. Costco, and bookstores everywhere.
Did you know colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in Texas, but that 90% of colon cancers can be avoided with early detection? Southwest Endoscopy and Surgery Center is the first facility in North Texas to use the revolutionary Fuse Full Spectrum Endoscopy System, enabling a 330-degree panoramic view of your colon. Due for a colonoscopy? Don't become a statistic. Insist on Fuse. Contact Southwest Endoscopy and Surgery Center at 817-293-9292 or visit swgiclinic.com.
Realtors have expertise in land development and management, retail, industrial, office, and investment properties. They have the experience, knowledge, and savvy to help you achieve your business and investment real estate goals. Realtors also have the power of the National Association of Realtors behind them, working with legislators and regulators to support the key role commercial real estate plays in our national economy. Ask for a professional who understands your commercial business. Ask for a realtor. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
Saying I don't know is no longer acceptable. This is 660 AM, The Answer. Now, the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. The House voted overwhelmingly today to end the National Security Agency's mass collection of phone records from millions of Americans with no ties to terrorism. The vote was 338 to 88. That vote approved the bipartisan USA Freedom Act. It was an effort by lawmakers to rein in NSA surveillance while renewing key sections of the sweeping Patriot Act anti-terrorism law through 2019. As we speak, thousands, no millions of telephone metadata records are flowing into the NSA on a daily basis, said House Judiciary Chairman Bob Goodlatte. As he urged support for the bill, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it will not cease until Congress acts to shut it down. The vote came less than a week after the Second Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that NSA's mass phone data collection program is illegal and goes beyond the congressional scope intended when the Patriot Act was passed after 9/11. They're exactly right. They are truly exactly right. The NSA had been using Section 215 of the Patriot Act as a basis for the bulk collection of phone metadata, which includes information about what phone numbers Americans call, when those calls are made, how long the calls last. The data does not include the actual substance of the calls, which is a constantly reported lie. Absolutely. It's worthless to have the metadata if you don't have the call. It's worthless to have the metadata if you don't have the call. It's just worthless. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM, The Answer.
Hi, this is Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor. I'd like for you to join me on my talk show this weekend. What I do is teach people how to go the natural, organic route. I stir up trouble, too, because I throw out some things that a lot of people just don't think are correct. You know what? We have a lot of experience to back up what we recommend. Have healthier gardens and more fun gardening. Join me this and every weekend.
Join Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, every Sunday morning from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Hi, I'm John Hill, founder of the Good Contractors List. I get asked a lot if the Good Contractors List is like Angie's List, so I thought I'd take the time to do a comparison and let you decide. On the Good Contractors List, we actually meet every one of our contractors face-to-face and have an extensive screening process. On Angie's List, you can pay to read reviews. On the Good Contractors List, if issues arise with our contractors, we get physically involved and will come to your home if necessary. On Angie's List, you can pay to write a bad review. The Good Contractors List takes into consideration things like overhead and sales tactics when choosing our contractors. On Angie's List, you can pay to read reviews. If one of our contractors refuses to fix a problem, we investigate fully and pay up to $10,000 of our own money to get it fixed. On Angie's List, you can write a bad review and you're on your own. The Good Contractors List is absolutely free with a $10,000 guarantee. Reviews are good. Responsibility is better.
Good Contractors List.
Another hot Texas summer is upon us, and Mathis Air and Heat has a great offer for you right off the bat. With the American Standard All-Star Sales Event, Mathis Air is offering 100% financing and 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's 60 months on complete qualifying American Standard systems with approved credit or cash rebates. Mathis Air knows that's a home run, and with free estimates on equipment replacements, that's a grand slam. When it comes to service, call 972-279-4COOL for a $39 service call. Don't get thrown a curveball. Go with the company you can trust. As a certified customer care dealer, Mathis Air is about quality, honesty, and a great installation because that's what matters most. Special financing or rebates available on qualifying products. See Mathis Air and Heat, your independent American Standard dealer, for details. Or call 888-840-8084 for financing program details about credit costs. Offer expires June 30th, 2015. Make sure you're working with the best. Mathis Air and Heat. Call now, 972-279-4COOL. That's 972-279-4266.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group. On the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Baltimore Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio. I'm Steve Rappaport. Federal investigators saying the derailed Amtrak train in Philadelphia was traveling more than twice the speed limit before flying off the tracks.
Have we talked to the engineer? The answer to that is no, but we plan to. This person has gone through a very traumatic event.
Robert Sumwalt with the NTSB. At least 7 people died, more than 200 injured.
While the investigation continues, this northeast route, which carries nearly 12 million passengers annually between Boston and D.C., is for all intents and purposes shut down until the NTSB can get the answers it wants.
Fox Radio's Gernal Scott in Philadelphia. Gunmen storm a guest house in the Afghan capital, Kabul, killing 5 people, including an American. No claim of responsibility for the attack. And the Laramie, Wyoming City Council approving an anti-discrimination ordinance 17 years after the murder of a gay college student. Fox News. We report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
The stock market is at record highs, but will it keep going up, or are we due for another major correction? The financial newspapers are reporting that record numbers of major investors are leaving the market. If you're worried about the roller coaster stock market, there are some alternative ways to grow your money and build a solid, predictable retirement. The team at Guardian Financial Management will show you how to grow your money and still sleep well at night. Tune in to Plain Talk, No Worries, Financial Hour, each Sunday at 7 a.m. on 660 AM, The Answer.
Hi, folks. I'm Frank Manzeri, owner of Statewide Remodeling. You know, we've been getting some relief from what is usually the beginning of summer here in Texas. And right behind that, the temperature goes up, and so do your cooling bills. We manufacture our windows to beat the Texas heat. Our fiber core reinforced frames are 9 times stronger than other windows, and our glass has 27% more viewing area. We give you better than triple pane performance at a double pane price. Another thing that separates our window from all competitors is we can match our exterior frame to any color Sherwin-Williams offers. So no plain white windows here or 3 to 4 colors to choose from. And of course, we offer the longest warranty in the industry. It even covers glass breakage and workmanship for as long as you own your home. So if you're ready to see the window that sets the standard in Texas, give us a call. And if you decide it's the one for you, receive 20% off the complete job. The number to call is 888-270-7095. That's 888-270-7095. Or check us out online 24/7 at statewideremodeling.com.
If you're turning on the AC for the warm days of spring and it's just not working or not cooling the way it should, time to call Walker Air Conditioning. Hey, Mark Davis. My friends at Walker are a family business, but big enough to cover North Texas with reliable, honorable service for your AC units. No commission salesmen showing up. They're technicians sent to fix your problem at an affordable price. Oh, if it's time for a new unit, they've got all the best brands and all the best prices. But let Walker AC see what you need first with techs who know what they're doing from a company you can trust. 52 years in the business, stellar customer reviews, A+ from the Better Business Bureau, specialists in AC and refrigeration for homes and business. Got a wine cellar, a wine fridge? They'll fix yours or install a new one. Walker AC, making sure you are cool and comfortable. Walker Air Conditioning. Website is walkerac.com. That's walkerac.com. Phone number is 972-4-WALKER. 972-4-WALKER. walkerac.com.
Our family had a savings account until our air conditioner needed replacing.
We had a vacation fund before our refrigerator had a meltdown.
My family has no savings and our water heater just quit.
Sadly, sometimes it only takes one home system or appliance breakdown to bust your budget. But buying a home warranty from American Home Shield protects more of your hard-earned money because they help pay your covered repairs for you. For valuable free information, go to ahs.com or call 1-800-600-5107. Who wants to pour money into repairs for things like your air conditioner, refrigerator, plumbing, oven, or washer when you get the budget protection you deserve from American Home Shield? Service requests are subject to a fee for each trade called. Some exclusions and limitations apply. It's up to you. Pay for expensive home system and appliance repairs yourself or let AHS help pay covered repairs for you. Protect more of your hard-earned money. For valuable free information, including terms, rates, and coverage, go to ahs.com. That's ahs.com or call 1-800-600-5107.
In 2002, a National Sleep Foundation poll found that 63% of women experience symptoms of insomnia at least a few nights per week. In my opinion, a major reason for insomnia is the Blue Card. It's a shopping and loyalty card, and it's free. That's right, free. No charge, nada. Next, you can receive up to 5% cash back on purchases. Most cards only offer 2% at most. No wonder girls can't sleep. With the Blue Card, you can also get shopping points that you could use for online purchases. So it's cash back and shopping points. Am I keeping you awake? If you refer the Blue Card to someone, you could even earn money on their purchases. No, I'm serious. It's true. But it gets better. If you share the Blue Card with a merchant, you could earn on the purchases of everyone who uses the Blue Card at their store, too. There's no way you're going to get any sleep until you get your own free Blue Card.
To get your free Blue Card, go to bluecardshopping.com. That's bluecardshopping.com. bluecardshopping.com.
With CudaSign, paperless e-signing is a no-brainer for any business that requires legally binding signatures fast. That's because CudaSign offers everything you should expect from an electronic signature solution for just $1 per month. CudaSign cuts document turnaround time as much as 90%, thanks in part to its #1 rated mobile app. And CudaSign's secure cloud stores documents for on-demand tracking and retrieval, saving you even more time and money. Don't think twice. Get CudaSign now for just $1 per month. Go to CudaSign.com.
Our sister station.
94.9 KLTY and Interstate Batteries present Celebrate Freedom 25, Saturday, June 27th at South Fork Ranch. Since this is our 25th anniversary of the largest outdoor Christian concert in America, we're bringing in the artists that you love. Stephen Curtis Chapman, Toby Mac, Third Day, Carrie Job, and many, many more. You've made so many memories over the years at Celebrate Freedom. This year, make some more with us. Sponsored by Cornerstone Staffing, Care Now, North Texas Chevy Dealers, and American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning.
660 AM. 660 AM. The Answer. 660 AM. TheAnswer.com. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is The Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to The Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. Our telephone number is 866-660-5759. 866-660-5759. One of the great things about the Wells Report is the fact that I have to work really hard to do it. And I have to go across the entire planet in some cases looking for news. And I found something from The Guardian, which is a newspaper in London. The article is by Stuart Jeffries, and the article is about the work of psychologist Philip Zimbardo. You don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is. But I have 4 sons. And he's talking about boys in school. Now, he talks about this from the perspective of a Brit. He's talking about British life. But listen to what he has to say about sons. And I believe sons in the United States. The discomfort I had reading this article when I held it up against the lives of my older sons, my 2 older sons, in fact, was almost exquisitely painful. Here's what Philip Zimbardo says. He says boys risk becoming addicted to porn, video games, and Ritalin as they grow up. Absent fathers, listen, absent fathers and feminized schools are driving boys into a disconnected online world of porn and video games. In the UK today, a young person is more likely to have a television in their bedroom than a father in their household by the end of their childhood. And even if fathers are around, their sons don't engage with them much. Boys spend 44 hours in front of a TV, smartphone, or computer screen for every half hour in conversation with their dads. Philip Zimbardo cites these figures in his new book, Man Disconnected: How Technology Has Sabotaged What It Means to Be Male. Zimbardo replies that everybody needs a mother and a father because they have different kinds of love. Mothers give love unconditionally because mother just loves you. You bring home your report card and it's all C's. Mom will say, okay, mama loves you anyway, try harder. Fathers give love provisionally. If you want your allowance, if you don't want me to turn off your computer, then you have to perform. That's always been the deal with fathers and sons. You don't get a pass just because you exist, just because you've got my name on your birth certificate. You're going to do it because you want your father to love you and admire you. That's